on stage. So thank you so much. I'm really thrilled that you were able to come and stand with me in support of me yet again. I also want to acknowledge a couple electeds and some folks that are running for office. First, I want to acknowledge Mayor Steve Lee. Mayor Steve Lee is running for Elk Grove mayor again. Let's all come together and let's actually support him to hopefully run for state assembly in the future. Yeah, that's right. I also, right here on my right of me is Mai Van. She is Sacramento School Board Director, but she's also currently running for Sacramento City Council, which if she wins will make her the first city council member in the city of Sacramento. So we need to also support her. Now Ishantamai Lee Lord, New York Supervisor serving Merced County. And she's currently seeking re-election again. We need her to stay in the seat. So Ben Shaw, Bangse, Lee Lord Ha. Now the Ishantamai, your Bobby Bittu. Bobby Bittu, he is running for Congress right here in Fresno for the 22nd Congressional District, which is so important that we make sure that we support Bobby Bittu in all his endeavors as he's running for this great seat. He's also been endorsed by the statewide Democratic Caucus as well. Thank you all for coming out today to help us open the biggest Hmong New Year in the world right here in Fresno. Not many of you know who I am. So again, my name is Shang Tao, and I'm proud to be Hmong. I was born and raised in Stockton, California. My father's name is Numai Ta, and my mother's name is Chua Cha Ta. I grew up in a really big family, like most Hmong families. And you know, when they arrived to the United States from a war-torn country, they came with nothing. And so for me, I'm the 7th of 10 kids. Like most Hmong families, we have really big families. We grew up in poverty, where the roles of traditional parenting sometimes were switched, where we have to teach our parents how to interpret documents, fill out forms for them, counting their money when they were at the grocery stores to make sure that they got the right change back. And I went to all public schools. I took a break between high school and college. I went to community college, transferred to UC Berkeley, and all of that while being a single mom. I'm a single mom of my very handsome son, Benedict. He's 13 years old. You see, in my life, there was many hard times, many trying times, but I always knew that I wanted to make an impact on my community and beyond, to leave it better than how I found it, and more importantly, to help make it a better place, so that if my refugee parents from 1979 were to be placed here today, that they would be able to navigate it and receive the help that they need to be successful, something that they did not get back then. After completing an internship in a council member's office, I knew that creating policies and rules that we live by, including how various resources are given out, and making sure to have a seat at the table to make the decision that we need as the Hmong community, that's where I needed to be, to make sure that my voice is heard, my experience is heard. But I never thought that I would be a council member, because I actually like to be behind the scenes, because I like to actually get things done. But when you worked alongside the community to empower those who are less fortunate, to empower the marginalized groups who don't have a true voice at the decision-making table, and they ask you to run for office to represent them, you have to take a moment to grasp the idea, and then you have to ask yourself, why me? Well, if so many people out there is saying, it's you that we want to represent us, then why not you? You have to get up and you have to run. I ran in the city for city council in the city of Oakland last year, and I won in a competitive race of 7 people. But I didn't do it on my own, because Hmong people, we never do it on our own. It was the community who asked me to run, and it was the community who helped me win in this very competitive race. And so many others that I met along the way after I won had continued to actually be very supportive of my success as a council member. Because as an elected, there's no I, there's only us. because I cannot do it without you all, my Hmong community. You see, representation matters. As an Oakland City Council member who have probably only maybe one or maybe no Hmong people at all in my district, you know, having a seat at the decision-making table is very important. Even if I am not your council member, and even if I don't directly represent you, I hold many responsibilities for myself. One of those responsibilities is to find ways in which I can uplift our Hmong community and our Hmong voice. So as your Hmong daughter, as your Hmong sister, I take this responsibility seriously. That is why I've taken charge of working with other electeds throughout the state of California and beyond to represent the Hmong voice. Today, I am California's first vice president on the Asian Pacific Islander League of Cities caucus. What does that mean? That means that I have the platform for which I can advocate for which I can help the API community, and for me, that means to represent the Hmong voice throughout the state of California. So you see, even if I am the representative in Oakland and I live in Oakland, I have gone far and beyond to find ways to help us Hmong people. So I represent you too, and I make sure that every other elected that I run into hears about